initiatives of the Lagos State Government in tackling security and safety matters, as well as educating you on how to stay security conscious in today's world. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. SECURITY247, powered by Lagos State Government.
Okay.
In Lagos City, where life is alive, security 247, citizen safety on our drive. Lagos Traffic Radio, keeping us informed. In Lagos City, don't be shy. Lagos, yes, we are reaching the sky. Don't have a criminals, do not fear. Yeah, Lagos State safety is here. The government cares, that's the key. Safety matters for you and me. In your community, be the eyes. Lagos cares, hear like cries. The government cares, that's the key. Safety matters for you and me. In your community, be the eyes. Lagos cares, hear like cries.
Oh yeah, whether in your community, wherever you stay, in the market, in your home, what we discuss and what we preach is security and safety, powered by Lagos State Government. On that note, I want to welcome you to another show, to your show, to our show, SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Richard Amuwa. I want to say thank you for always joining us. Thank you for always being here with us. Without you, there's no us. I want to say thank you, and we pray and hope that all we do, as always, and is ready to assist you to be safe and to be from any insecurity. So, like we always say again on this show, you see something, you say something. I want to say good morning and thank you for always staying tuned, for always being with us. Last week, I called in from my station because I was feeling unwell, and I think I really felt like we had a great show with Dayo. And today we're going to continue on the children being able to handle peer pressure, which I call today peer pressure management. I'm going to continue today because there's been a whole lot of what is happening in the society, because there's no way we can talk about child security without looking at peer pressure, that it seems that other children sees that is helping or that pushing them to do some of the things. And I'll quickly summarize what I said last week, why I called in, that we should know that peer pressure is among our children, whether we like it or not, even the adults. So it's a phenomenon that everybody has to deal with. It's an issue. So even the adults too. But the effect of peer pressure is more pronounced in children who are still in formative stage and of development, and therefore more impressionable. It's very important for you to know that. So we did say again that a whole lot of children want to get involved with this because they want to be seen, they want to be, they want to become the guy, there's so many reasons why children want to, associate with the bad guys. Because, whether you like it or not, originally, peer age mates, classmates, and friends are the people that get their peers, to influence them. For the adults, it's another story someday. I'm going to talk about that. So most kids are influenced without realizing it, and it's just by spending time with them for you to know that, oh, this child have changed. So whether you like it or not, some boys and girls who are your children, they start smoking, start drinking, and start taking hard drugs, start getting involved in things they were not used to do, not because of anything, because of peer pressure. And what we now said is that as parents, we can help the children to handle peer pressure. But in order to do this effectively, you have to understand why the children are giving into peer pressure. So, one thing I said was that you must teach the children. If you are not involved in children's life, there's no way the children can survive. So it's very important from early stage advocated from year, from year. If some people start talking to their children from year 1, even as a baby, even 8 months, they start talking because the children just watch you, hear you, open their eyes, they listen, they hear. Go and ask any psychology; they will tell you. So it's very important for the children, to know that. Another one again is we said we must monitor the company our kids keep. So those are the things I discussed last week, and I also say that we must be observant. So I'll quickly go on on this short break. I'll be back because I have a guest, and he's going to be sitting in right now, and we'll take it from here. Stay tuned, I'll be back.
Okay. In Lagos City, where life is alive, security 247, citizen safety on our drive. Lagos traffic radio, keeping us informed. In Lagos City, where life is alive, security 247. Safety on our drive. Lagos traffic radio, keeping us informed. You say something, you say something. No fear.
All right, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM is the station you're on to, and quickly we want to bring you up to speed with some more news as regards traffic. Let's quickly look at locations within the area. Okay, Alakbara to be precise. Earlier there was an impediment of a broken down truck, okay, which was loaded. Okay, so there was a broken down loaded 40-feet container leading truck at Estate Alakbara having a tire problem, and as at time of this report, effort was on to get it fixed by the driver. But I can tell you the good news is this impediment has been evacuated successfully. Also, for those plying Ikorodu axis precisely at Sabo roundabout, we have a palliative work being carried out by Arab constructors, and well, it's already having an effect on traffic, causing a busy and a very slow movement. Backlog of traffic is felt at Ali G North Sabo roundabout. So yes, Ali G North Sabo roundabout is quite busy. Unimalu North Sabo roundabout is also busy, and we also have traffic managers well positioned. Situation effectively. So please be patient if you are within Sabo roundabout, and this is within Ikorodu axis. Please be patient as you journey through.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. Thanks for always joining us, and thanks for always being with us. SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. My name is Richard Amuwa, and we are looking at peer pressure management today. Hopefully, I'm going to be opening up the line very soon for you to join in as usual. And my guest just walked in. Mr. Akinropo Akinola is a is a parenting and fatherhood coach, which is a part of child advocate, because advocating for children. So, but it's major is a parenting and fatherhood coach. So, he's going to be joining me right now. Mr. Akinropo, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, Chief Richard, for bringing me on this show.
Thank you so much. I'm very sure this is your first time on Traffic Radio.
This is the first time.
Okay, you're going to come more, because definitely what we do here is more of having children, talking to parents and the children that you represent. So I hope you are giving your word.
I'm giving my word.
Thank you so much. Okay, guys, don't forget that SECURITY247 on Traffic Radio is powered by government. So whatever we do here, whatever we say here, is to help you and to educate you to be a good citizen, and to know that government cares for you, government cares for your security, and government cares for your safety. And that's why we do this every 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So please call your contact, call your friends, call your family to always listen to this, because it is only here you're going to get this. Mr. Akinola,
yes,
peer pressure we started last week. You are in another platform, so I'm very sure you didn't listen to us. But just taking it from you as a parenting and fatherhood coach, a whole lot of peer pressure out there today. And what do you think is as a result of what and why?
Okay, so thank you once again for bringing me on this show. So we want parents and every adult, to learn along. Why do we even start to do this at all? Why the parenting? Why fatherhood? Why childcare? Because we believe that family is a small unit of the society. Every leader we have seen today was once a child.
Okay.
Back in the day, right? So, family parenting is a production factory of the society, and if you don't get it right at the family stage, the society will not really get it right. So when we talk about peer pressure really it's not a bad thing, but negative peer pressure is the problem. Is where the problem is, because I know there are many people that I've grown up with who actually molded me right, and there are people also that I grew up with who really did
some negative stuff
on me. So almost everything, right, that any adult or teenager, exhibit outside is a product of the home.
Okay.
Every one of us is a product of our early emotional life.
Okay.
We want to live our life the way our parents lived it, and the way our uncle lived it, even unknown to us. It's so disempowering. And let me cite one example, sir. Okay, I never liked the way what happened to me when I was a child, with the hands of my parents, especially my dad. I never liked it, the way he lived, even though many things that we spoke about before he died, and he regretted things he would not do, and he sounded the note of warning that guys don't go through this route. If I had known better, I would have done better. But guess what? When I married, the first 5 years of my marriage, I practically exhibited almost everything that my dad
warned against.
Not warned against.
That did. Then
what he
now warned against.
What he warned against, I did not do them.
Okay.
But there are some traits of those bullish character, attitude in him, and I discovered that I had the same thing. So, and I began to check myself. It was when I was, going to 6th year of my marriage. That was when I just told myself that, is this actually what I want for myself, for my wife, for my children, and everybody around me? Is this how I want my children to live? How I want them to live out of me, so that they replicate the kind of behavior they see of me. So until I started to live intentionally, I didn't have time to really scrutinize myself.
Let's underline that word, intentionally.
Scrutinize myself and debauch myself of all those toxic childhood experiences that I had. Until we begin to do that, almost everybody will always say that the way my dad lived, I don't think I like it. The way my uncle lived, I don't think I like it. No, let me just get it. Sir, if you were raised up, if anyone was raised up in the ghetto, and the person gets to Harvard, the person earned degree in Harvard, maybe doctorate or professor, anything. If the person had not really taken stock of his life, how he wants to live, so that education, qualification, everything that he had would not matter.
They will see it behave like someone from ghetto.
Behave the way he was raised.
So that's the word intentional comes
in. So that's why we say that your affluence, the wealth, your educational status, everything does not necessarily erase the influence of the childhood trauma. So those childhood trauma will always have effect on the children. And will make them to really want to see, this thing, this is what is happening outside. Let me really allow myself to be influenced by this person.
Okay. I'm going to come back to you, Kamala. In case you're listening and you want to join the conversation, you have a question to ask, because what we're discussing right now, this peer pressure management is a major issue in the society right now. The number to call is 0809 912 0777. I take 0809 912 0777 and 0915 387 7127. 091 387 7127. That's the number to call. I can continue.
Okay, so now talking about the management of the peer pressure,
Yeah.
I think where the parents really start is this: live your life. Live an open life with your children. Be vulnerable to them. Let them know that there is no pressure that their dad has ever or their parents have ever gone through, that they did not really survive it.
As a father, as a father who I said something on this show some time ago that fathers need to be telling their words, their story.
Yes, please.
Is that out of place?
It is not out of place. It's something they should be doing.
Okay.
It's something they should be doing. Okay. So October last year I was featured on WIMBIS, Women in Management and Business.
Okay.
Their annual event.
Okay.
And the question, or rather, what the theme of what they put to me is that how to raise men, in this era of Japa. How do we raise these children outside the country and at the same time they still maintain the cultural value that is in them? And I did say one of the measures to do to make these people really answerable or to still make them connect to the cultural value they had at home is for parents to share their ancestral stories with them. Who were your ancestors? Our ancestors were not evil people. I don't know where they got those things from. Everybody had their behavior. That does not make them evil. So share the stories of your ancestors with your children. Let them know how many battles did their ancestors face and how did they overcome.
Okay.
What were their predominant vocations? What did they learn to do? What were the major landmarks or what they do? If your ancestors ever participated in any civil war or trilogy war or whatever, something remarkable, share the stories with your children. Let your children know that these were my ancestors. So haven't done that, then come back to you because they can't see your ancestors again. Really, it is you now
that presenting.
You are the one presenting now. How have you lived your life before them? What are the challenges that you have faced in life? What are the challenges that you are currently facing? Right? How was your childhood? What were the battles that you faced while you were growing up?
Either negative or positive. Share with these children.
Either negative or positive, but age appropriate.
Age appropriate, yes. Thank you. I love that. Underline.
Because there are some stories they will be able to
understand,
to handle, to process. So share with them. If those challenges consumed you, or maybe, and as a result of that, some consequences that you had to face, let them know. If those challenges didn't overpower you, what were the strategies that you deployed to overcome those challenges? Share with your children.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you. 0809 912 0777 is the number to call, or 0915 387 7127. We're still on SECURITY247 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. And this show is powered by Lagos State Government to support you and to educate you and to help you to know that you see something and you say something in your community. My guest has been Akinopo Akinola, a parenting and fatherhood coach. And my name is Richard Amuwa. I want to quickly put this. Today, our children are in a culture, they are living in a culture that is in conflict. What do I mean by that? Africa, Europe, on social media. So they are kind of confused. And again, we as parents, we as fathers especially, we have not really helped them to understand our own culture because some of these children have not even got to our place. So now, because our own parents help us with the peer pressure, with what they went through, how in all of this, with this conflict, this culture in conflict, how as a father will you help?
Okay, the first thing to do in helping these guys is teach them self-confidence. And self-confidence starts from you maintaining, you being proud of who you are.
Okay.
being proud of you, who you are. If you are still struggling to give them something, let them know you are still struggling.
Okay.
Share the vision of the family with them. This is who we are now, but this is where we are going. And that is where the perceptual code of the family comes in. Perceptual code of the family is a descriptive word, descriptive statement of what the family is all about.
Okay.
So when you want to do this thing, when you want to script the family vision for family, for parents, this is what we tell them, that decide your perceptual code. Like maybe this family is known, we are diplomats in this family. We are diplomats. So treat everybody as a diplomat. We are kings, and queens in this family. We are royals in this family. How do you talk to a royal? So treat them like a royal. It's not it does not matter what you have. It's not about the affluence, the material, because what decides about these children first is the identity. So loss or lack of identity will make them be a victim of peer pressure because they don't know who they are, right? So somebody will not be telling them that unless you make your nose like this, you are nobody. Somebody will tell them that, the way your hair is, no, it has to be like. Somebody will tell them the way your skin is, it has to be like this, because the child himself or herself does not know who he or she is. So when outsiders they decide for them who they already are, and they don't know, that is when they fall for the peer pressure.
Okay.
Or what is happening on the outside them. So the first thing they should do is like giving them self-confidence. But before the self-confidence, is the identity. What is the identity that every parent has assumed onto themselves? What identity do they have? And that is the perceptual code.
Okay.
So if the parents themselves don't have the perceptual code of who they are in the family or why they are running the family, the child does not know. So it is the identity that the parents have given out or had expressed to the children, the same thing the children will connect with. So we are royals in this house. When that child goes out, regardless whether it belongs to physical royalty or not, he knows that I am a royal, and this is how I behave.
Okay.
This is how I talk.
Okay.
I am a diplomat. This is how I talk. I'm a nation builder. This is how a nation builder speaks. A nation builder does not allow any outside influence to have any negative on him. A nation builder decides what happens within his society. A nation builder stands out in the school that he finds himself or finds herself. So as I'm working every day, I'm a nation builder. So when you begin to to say that to your children, let it be your daily prayer.
Okay.
I'm not against the prayer. Pray, but every morning let every member of your household recite the vision statement, the value creed, and the mission statement of the family. So that still stays in there. It's not something they just memorize, but it's something they say every day. Once they say it every day, it sticks to their brain because there is a connection with the words spoken out and what you hear.
Okay. Before we take this show to the bed, I want to quickly say this because I know that most time parents are very busy. They are not observant of their child attitude change, which is a major issue. In 1 minute, how as parents, with all these economic issues and all that stuff, how can they be there for their children? In 1 minute.
In 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to continue.
So I want to really appreciate every parent who goes out in the morning, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. We are doing wonderfully well. So 2 things I'm going to say here. Because of what is happening now, the people or the people who are not married yet, I want to appeal. Please, if you want to marry, regardless of what the economy is doing now, if it's only one child that you want to bring to this world, please stay with one child. If it is 2, stay with 2. That 2, that is one angle. Another angle is this. Those of us who are already in it, I want you to brace up. The economic challenge will not last forever. The only thing that I want to encourage you to do, please find a way to increase your earnings because it is not so nice for our children to bear the brunt of the economic hardship. With due respect to every parent, I'm saying it again, it is not right for our children to bear the brunt of the economic hardship that we find ourselves. So please let us increase our earnings so that our children will have a focus, and at the same time put them in schools that you can afford.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I think on that note, I want to say definitely Mr. Akinola, a parenting and fatherhood coach, is still going to come back here because hopefully next week we're going to be looking at the role of family in child protection, because family have a whole lot of role. And today, as we talk about peer pressure, talk about insecurity, talk about so many things. Like I always say, every child out there is born of a man and a woman. So hopefully next week that's what we're going to be discussing about. I'm going to pray that he has said that he's going to come to join us next week. Hopefully by special grace of God. Am I getting your word? Next week Saturday.
Next week Saturday.
Oh, we're gonna let's think about it.
You know, next week Saturday is Father's Day.
Yo, awesome! What a good topic for no. Seriously. I never thought of that. I just find in continuation of this child security that I'm going next. I should be looking at the role of family in child protection. So we're going to be looking at the role of fathers in child protection. Yes. Awesome. Anyway, that's why I'm going to be ending the show today. Anyway, I just want to tell you that you notice that. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much for producing. I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief.
To our executive producer, Mr. Tara Conley, I want to say thank you for the opportunity. And to my big boss, Mr. Victor, I want to say thank you for always correcting and always teaching. May God continue to bless each and every one of us. And that's where I'm going to end this.